everybody, and welcome back to the XsivGaming channel and Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. This is our Let's Play series, and today we are up to episode number 6, I believe. So if you could quickly drop us a like on this video, it'd be much appreciated. And of course, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. So, first things first, from the last episode we did the Salem Kieran, or the Ford Sierra as it's better known, and yeah, we gained quite a bit of experience. So what we've gone and done is expanded the workshop. So what we've got now is this repair bench, which means we can now repair some parts. So that's very handy indeed. And we've also got, open these doors up, we've now got a path tester as well. This means we can test things like the suspension and rubber bushings, etc. We'll show you all how that works on today's job, hopefully. So that's what's actually happening. If my voice sounds a bit different today, please accept my apologies. It's a sore throat, which unfortunately I've been suffering with all week, and it's not very healthy at all. But anyway, let's try and get into today. So right click, orders. I'm going to look for a story order, which is this one here in blue. It says story order just here. And it says Salem Flamo for SOHC. My car doesn't start anymore. When it used to run, it made strange noises. Every morning I would wake up my entire neighbourhood. Dear oh dear. Please make it start and see if you can do something so it's not so darn loud. So it's clearly got a exhaust problem and it doesn't start anymore, so that could be a starter motor, etc. So we'll have a look, take that one. Like I say, here it is. So we're going to right click on it, we'll look at car details. It's got a few different bits and pieces, and it's telling us that the fuel pump is knackered as well, which is interesting to know. My car doesn't start anymore, so that's the basic job, and it also wants us to change the oil, drain and refill with new. So we've got two lots of bits and pieces that need doing here today. So we're going to right click, move the car. We're going to see if we can put it on the path tester. I don't think it'll let us because it cannot start the engine yet as expected, so we'll guess we're pushing it over to lift A. So we'll lift that up, get those jack arms in, lift it up again, because like I said, we need to drain the oil. So then right click, move equipment, and to car lift A. Then we'll come over, right click, use equipment, and as you see, yeah, a tiny bit of oil has just come out. Move equipment and place it back. So that's all the oil out of the engine. In fact, yeah, you can see we've got couple of bits, two bits of exhaust here. The mid muffler looks knackered, the rear muffler looks knackered. You can just actually see that fuel pump from here, look. So we'll zoom in on that a bit quick because that said it needed changing. Take that out. Have a quick look up in the front part of the engine from under here. Doesn't look like we can see anything else. So whilst we've got it up here, we are going to just have a look here. Two pieces of exhaust and a fuel pump, which we know. The oil's already come out. Change oil, drain new. Doesn't want an oil filter maybe as well. It's a possibility. Have a look at the oil filter. I don't know if we can see it from down here. There it is there, look. just above us. Debating whether it's worth taking that off. Okay, so we'll take it off anyway. Always best to put a new oil filter on if you're changing the oil. I'm wondering if the battery needs doing, so right click. We are going to run some tests on the car if possible. We need to click in the engine first. Examine mode. There we go, examine tools is what we want. We're on the OBD scanner, it doesn't have an OBD port. Compression test. The engine needs to be complete to perform this action. Electrometer. Let's see what it's like. That tells us that the battery is knackered, which is not a surprise. We've done that one, we haven't got these two unlocked just yet, so zoom out, we'll click on the battery, we can remove that, it needs a new battery as well. So right click, car status, yeah, as it says battery there. So another reason it probably wouldn't start is of course spark plugs. That fuel filter there doesn't look too healthy. I'll take that off. Right click, car status. Yeah, fuel filter needs doing. So like I say, it's usually things like spark plugs. Take off those, all those plugs look actually pretty good. I'll unscrew those anyway, take them out. Wouldn't obviously just unscrew them, it would be needing a wrench in there. Right click, car status. Yep, as expected, 4 spark plugs. Starter motor looks okay down there. And do the crafty, yeah, like the air filter looks like it's part knackered as well. So we'll take the air filter out. We'll just see if it is that's doing the job. Take all those clips off, take the cover off. As you can see, it's half gone. Take that out, right click, car status. So no, it wasn't the air filter that it wanted. So we can of course put that back in. Doesn't want it, so we don't need to change it. Make sure we've got the older clips on, we don't want to put some brand new ones on. Brand new clip on there, it'll be wasting our money. So what else could it be? That's all the fuel rail. Unless it is something actually inside the engine itself, it all looks good in there. This is obviously you won't be doing this in real life. Won't obviously be able to look inside those engines without taking the bits off. Looks okay. That's a puzzler. Anyway, I think what we'll do is get those bits replaced that we need. we'll come over to computer, right click and go to our inventory so we can have a little look. First things first, we need these two bits of exhaust, a middle muffler and a rear muffler for a V8 overhead valve. So we go to exhaust, scroll on down, look for that mid muffler, which is that one there, purchase that, and it was a rear muffler for an V8 overhead valve. Surprised it wanted a V8 on it if it's an i4 engine. But that's what it's asking for. So click part mount. There's the middle muffler. That brand new one on. Definitely wanted the V8 then, which is surprising. So that's that section done of the exhaust. I wonder actually if it's part of the exhaust that I see that all looks fine. Yeah, it's certainly making you wonder. Right click, inventory, scroll down, we've done the exhaust, so we're going to sell the leftover parts, or rather the broken parts. So we want a fuel pump and a fuel filter. They're both pretty standard, they're not anything special. So we'll type the word fuel into the search box, fuel filter, buy that, and a fuel pump, we'll buy that. See, I'm just wondering if it may be those fuel rails. So go part mount, put that fuel filter back on there, and the fuel pump can go at the back. We'll click part mount, fuel tank is up here, and pop that fuel pump back in there. And that's that done. Obviously we connect all the hoses up, etc. Pump it all through, but we don't actually need to do that on this. So what could it be? There's that other bit. Bring it back down. It'll head up and down a few times, this will. I'm going to right click inventory. We can get rid of the fuel filter, that's done. We get rid of the fuel pump, that's done. We'll change the battery and 4 spark plugs next. What are we looking for? Click in the box, type battery, purchase one of those. Then we're going to type in the word plugs. No, I don't want to look for the word plugs in. Oh, it's singular. It is what it is, that's why I didn't find it. We was looking for the plural. But never mind. So what we're going to do is part mount. Back down to these plugs. We are going to put those back in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Put those ignition wires back on. It's not told us that they're a problem. So that should be that. So we've still got one part that's undiscovered, and we've still got that battery to put in, of course. Part mount, put the battery back in as well. Accessible from the engine bay, I thought it was in the engine bay. Part mount, there we go. and obviously connect all the cables back up. So, right click, car status, we've done everything, it's just that one job there. We've still got a fuel oil filter to put back on. Obviously it's not asked us to change the oil filter. So, what could it be? I think what we're going to do is stop there for just a moment, and we'll come back in just a second. Okay, so we've just had a little think about this. What we believe it is the ignition coil. What we need to do is find out where it is. Got the starter motor down there. Said we check the alternator. Fuel. This is the just there. Look. To take off the ignition coil, a couple of bolts there. If we right click, yeah, there it is. Look. So it's that ignition coil is what the other thing was. Is it a specific part or is it just ignition coil I4? So we're going to back to the computer, type in the word ignition, or at least the start of it, and ignition coil I4. So that was the missing part there. So what we're going to do, of course, is put that part back on now. Like so. Do those bolts back up. Get that those wires back on. And I believe, apart from the oil, oh, we haven't put the oil filter back on. It's not asked us to change the oil filter. We're gonna have to put that on underneath the car. Yeah, it's not asked us to change it, so we won't bother changing it. Put that back on. We had a couple anyway that we could have put on, but never mind. It's not asked us to change it, so we won't bother. So we'll bring that down. Bring it right down because we don't need those ramps in anymore. Click back in the engine, oil fill plug, put our oil in, wait till it stops, there we go, and then just a little bit more just to help it along. And there we go. So that should be everything done. So the car doesn't start. Well, we've changed the ignition coil, the plugs, the fuel filter, the battery and the fuel pump, and it's making a noise, so we've changed 2 exhaust parts and we've drained and refilled with new oil. Total money spent £719 or dollars, and money back is £1,270 or dollars. So there we go, we can click finish order, and that is that one done. So, I realise that this is going to be a bit short episode today, but unfortunately we have had quite a busy week and my throat is really not standing up to much at the moment. Oh, we did say we wanted to check out this path tester, didn't we? Let's quickly get right click, we shall do another job. Just going to do a simple job this time round. So we're going to take this one here that says bolt horn Grand Mojave Storm. It only needs an exhaust. Car is loud, list provided, so we're going to take that order anyway. So we know for certain it is the exhaust, we know it's nothing else. So what we're going to do is move the car to the test path, or path tester, whichever you'd like to call it. That puts it into this room here for us. And then what we're going to do is test path. Do you want to proceed? Yes we do. And here we go. So all we do is drive the car forward, stop it at there, it says press and hold the brake, so we hold the brake. That tests the front wheels, or front brakes. Hold on to the brake, that tests the rear brakes. We then drive it forward for the front suspension. And it gives the car a little shake. And we can test the underneath. And then we drive forward again. And we will now shake again, and that's testing the back. So we know that the car's fine. Yeah, as we expected. This is not what the car's in for, but that's what the path tester does. So we're going to right click, move the car to lift A now, and we head on back out. So if we right click the car and go into overview mode now, as you can see, all the bits in green and yellow is what it has just tested, and obviously the bit in red is the exhaust that we needed to change anyway. But there we go, that's like I say, what it is and what it does. Surprised we've tested a wheel there, not quite sure how that works, but there we go. So we'll lift that up. I believe we need to take off this part of the exhaust first. Get those ones out. Take that out there. We obviously want to take this one out, but that needs doing underneath the car, so we'll lift it back up. I say back up, we haven't actually had the car lifted up yet. So click the suspension, we want to remove that piece of exhaust. Whip that out, right click, car status. Yeah, like we say, it's just those two bits there that need changing, which is there and there, so we've got those off. Head on over to the computer, go to our inventory, we can get rid of those spark plugs. That's just scrapping them away because there's no life in them at all. Get rid of that ignition coil, get ourselves $1 back. Oh no, don't delete those yet. So exhaust manifold V8 and front exhaust pipe B V8 is what we are after. So let's type in exhaust manifold, hit the enter key, and we want the exhaust manifold V8, that one there I believe, and we also want the front exhaust pipe, which piece was it now? I've completely forgotten, I'm terrible. Front exhaust pipe B V8. Front exhaust pipe B V8. Is that the right one? I believe it is, but it's just been written differently. No, it's that one there, look. So we could have easily made a mistake there. It says front exhaust pipe V8B, and this one says front exhaust pipe B V8. So yeah, we could have easily made a mistake there. So, back to the car. Click that exhaust, part mount. Need to, it won't let us click on that bit up there because we're on the exhaust and not the, this bit here, part mount, there we go. Put that one back in. Also need to bring this back down now. Get that right out. I don't need to be in there anymore. And then we can put the exhaust manifold V8 back on, doing up all the bolts. You would of course do this relatively evenly, otherwise it would, or risks bending, but there we go. Right click, car status, everything's done, $165 spent and $289 back in finish order, job is done. So that is another episode done. We've seen the test path in action now, and yeah, we've actually done a couple of jobs today. But anyway, that's going to be it. Hopefully you have enjoyed today's episode. If you have, remember to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new, and remember to share this video with family and friends or anybody else that you think may enjoy this video. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and we shall see you in the next one. Bye for now.